So, do you want to explain what this is? When did you start? What's the end goal?
Are we started?
Inspiration, maybe? Yeah.
Okay. In my survival world, it's technically like a multiplayer server. I play it with a friend. It's a giant iron block sphere. It's going to be 100 blocks in diameter when it's done. In this world, I have a few other kind of crazy builds. Like I have this. That's technically a scale model of the Washington Monument.
Why?
I don't know. I was really bored. This one was really annoying because I did it before I had shulker boxes in the world. So I would just like go to the diorite because that's diorite. So
Yep.
I would just go to the diorite pockets like all over this area and like mine up a bunch of diorite and then place it and then go back and mine more diorite. That ended up being like 10,000 diorite. This is made of iron also. This is called the AT&T Long Lines building. It's in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an NSA building. It's like for cyber security stuff.
Yep.
But anyway, the sphere is just kind of my next kind of absurdly large build to do.
And why
And
did
yeah,
you
so
decide to make
that's the
it?
iron farm. What?
Why did you decide to make this beautiful sphere?
I wasn't really like I'm not really good at building, and a lot of like the schematics for because I wanted to do like monuments that exist in real life,
Mm-hmm.
but they're either like I really wanted to do stuff to scale. Like that is pretty much exactly as tall as the real Washington Monument. This is obviously just a sphere. That is not accurate because I couldn't really figure out how to. I couldn't find. This is the
Yeah.
best schematic I could find, and I didn't really want to like spend time to make it.
Okay, the sphere still seems
Like
random. Like you're
the
naming all these
sphere,
real life places and then it's just
yeah,
this
the
sphere.
sphere. Like I really like doing kind of like geometric objects. Like that was cool because it's like rectangular. This is also rectangular, but it's like a pyramid on top. I
Mm.
figured I didn't have a sphere, so I'd do a sphere, but I didn't just want to do a sphere. I want to do a giant fucking sphere.
This still makes no
So
sense.
I don't know. I'm a little weird,
Okay,
you know.
fantastic. How long did this take? Well, the current way of the sphere, which is like 30% done, 40%. How many hours?
Sure, honestly, I haven't really kept track. I probably should have. That would have been fun to know.
Do you have like an estimate? I guess.
I would just like I just log on occasionally like I don't know every day or two, and then I collect the iron, and then I place it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really have not kept track whatsoever. I really don't know.
So you locked in, of course.
Like I'm like watching a YouTube video and just doing this
Yeah.
pretty much. The most annoying part actually is placing all these torches. These pink things. The schematic doesn't
Mm-hmm.
like them because they're not part of the schematic, but they're just torches. I'm doing them in this like grid pattern so that they aren't all over the place like they are on this island down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes a bit because you have to make sure you're in the right spot. And then also like I do a couple layers and then I add torches. And like it's just getting more annoying as the wall gets higher because like let's say I need a torch like there. I have to like like I have to do this like I don't know. It's just going to get more and more annoying until I eventually like don't have to put any more torches because the wall is going the other direction.
Yeah. What else do you plan on building? If you know.
I don't know. If I come up with another idea, I'll build it if I like the idea. I feel
Okay.
like I should do something besides iron blocks
Yeah.
though.
That's what I see the common theme of this world. It's all just white.
Yeah, originally I did that in diorite because the Washington Monument is actually made of stone, and then this we just already had the iron farm, so I just made it out of iron. This again, iron farm, large,
Mm-hmm.
like automatic source of blocks, so it was just like an easy block to make this out of, because
Of
there's
course.
you just AFK and then you get a bajillion free blocks. It's also just kind of funny that it's going to be like 900,000 iron ingots made into a sphere like once it's done.
This still seems very random to me. This sphere
It is
in
random, but
specific.
that's the fun part.
Okay. When did you begin this world or server?
Couple months ago,
Okay.
maybe April.
Yeah, you're just out of it. Should probably move on to the OP. I'll let you be with. Probably move on to OP. I'll let you be with.
Yeah, I usually go
doing
back and
this.
forth between like survival stuff and then OP or I don't know, something else.
You do have 2 monitors, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that sounds annoying if you only had one. Okay, let's begin with the lore. Discovering OP Duels. I would ask for Minecraft, but it's probably too long to read this section. I don't know how many people care about Minecraft's lore. And most of the time, it's
Well,
always the same thing. I watched YouTube, I
yeah.
saw Technoblade.
Well, I could do it really quick, I guess. Like for me,
Oh,
it
no,
was.
it's fine.
Do you want me to?
No. Just mention OP only.
Okay. I found OP like right when Duels came out in prototype, so like January 2017. I was like, at that time, I was just kind of coming to Hypixel from practice servers. Like it was weird. I kind of went Mineplex. Like I started Minecraft, kind of like playing with my middle school friends on Mineplex. And then I found like Kohi and like all the practice servers in 2015, 2016. Then after that, Hypixel. And then a little bit after, I started playing Skywars in Hypixel. And after Skywars, they made the prototype lobby, and then Duels was in there. So I was like, okay, well, this is kind of like a practice server, so maybe I'll try this. And then I was kind of just looking at them, and at the time, I enjoyed Solo Insane Skywars the most. So I kind of figured that OP is like an end game of like a really sweaty Solo Insane game, because you got like full diamond, you got the rod, bow, gaps, potions.
Yeah, and it's in the name too. Literally overpowered.
Yeah. But I just kind of figured like when I was like, okay, let me see what I'm good at, right? Like I was like, okay, well, I have experience solo insane games, so maybe this is like the kit is like similar. So that's why I chose OP. And then I kind of I didn't really play it consistently until like 2019. Well, technically, when I discovered OP, it was a different account. I had like a original account, and then like beginning of 2019, actually end of 2018, I started like trying to grind duels. Then beginning of 2019, I was kind of like an idiot, and then I used like 4-block misplace in a slash duel with a friend because I was like, I don't know, just fucking around. And then I got year banned because I had previous bans for doing similar stuff. So
Fantastic.
the year ban was annoying. So then ear piercing was my alt at the time. So then I just switched to ear piercing, and then I kind of just stuck with it. By the time the year was up, ear piercing was a far better account, so I just stuck with it. Yeah, but then like end of 2019 is when I kind of started playing more duels. I think like beginning of 2020, 2019, I really started grinding.
Yeah,
like I had like legend or grandmaster at that point, but like I didn't really start grinding until 2020, 2019.
What made you switch from Insane Skywars to OP?
I kind of was just, I feel like it was just like the cheaters, and like when I grind stuff, I kind of just get tired of it after a bit. Just like after like a month or two of like actually grinding, I kind of just get tired of it, which kind of happens with OP too. I think what happened was I was like tired of Skywars, and then Duels showed up, and then like it was just easier to grind because you don't have to think as much. Like once you get to a certain point of like muscle memory and like I guess skill you could call it, like you kind of just mindlessly like
it's like
kill people if they're it's autopilot. But like if they're not there's like a certain level where they are good enough where you have to not be on autopilot, like the opponent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I think at the end of after the beginning of 2020, I think I went back to Skywars, and that's when I did some more Skywars. I got to a higher Skywars star. But then I went back to OP, grinded more, and then I don't know if anyone knows me like from OP, like I take like these long ass breaks. Like I took like a year and a half break, and like the comm was just a bunch of different people. So I had to like meet everyone again because it's like there's a few people I recognized, but like it was just a bunch of new people.
Yeah, it happens. Seems like you can't really main a game mode. You always like switch.
It's really just Skywars and Duels for me. It always has been those two. A little bit of Bed Wars. And there's a couple weeks where I played a lot of Smash Heroes with a friend. I got to like 185 star, but
Wow.
but I don't play that like at all. Like it was just because I was playing with my friend and he's good and we were having fun.
Oh, of course. Oh yeah, when you mentioned the prototype thing, Jules being in prototype, it reminds me of the Calvin video or live stream where he hit 1K win streak in UHC.
Oh yeah. That was cool.
Ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back when UHC had those non-flat maps, like
oh my God,
tree in the middle.
Yeah. Yep.
It was so cheesy.
Yeah,
Did you play ranked Jules?
I did a little bit, but that was when the seasons happened. I was really maining Skywars,
Of course.
so I didn't care as much. My it's kind of funny. My old account, like my original account, it has a Division 3 title, which apparently like no one's ever seen.
Really?
Like I was talking to, it's weird, right? Like it's not a good title, but like apparently, like I was talking to, I don't know. There's some guy in a lobby. I was like on my old account at some point. There's some guy in a lobby who was, I don't know, just talking about titles. He was like, he had like one of the trophy ones, the one you get from like what were those called? Trophies?
Yeah, I
don't know what they're called, but whatever. He had one of those titles. He was, he's like talking about the rare ones, and then I show up with like the Division 3 one, and he's like, "Whoa!" Apparently, like because it was so easy to get Division 1, like you got like a couple wins. Like no one ever like ended with Division 3. Like this guy who cares about these titles had like never seen a Division 3, which was kind of weird.
Strange.
Like obviously the title is bad. Like it means that I did bad, or like I played like a couple games, but like
it's like top 10K.
Apparently it's rare. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So let's go back to OP. Why do you prefer OP Duels even now compared to like something simpler, which is something like Classic, I guess? It's like OP without the pots.
I think that's the reason. I think Classic is too simple. Like there's not enough dynamics. Like obviously when I'm on autopilot, it's not mattering to me too much. Like I'm not eating gaps. I just kind of have the speed from the beginning. But I think Classic, you have less of a chance for recovery. Like obviously there's no healing. You don't really have like let's say, yeah. I think with Classic, like if for some reason you freeze for like 3 seconds, and you're just fucked, right? Like, but like with OP, like you just die. Like if you like freeze for like any amount of time, you're just dead. Like the game's over. But with OP, like you might go down to like 4 hearts, but then you can like rot away in gap, and then like if you can lock in enough, you could just win. And I think that makes a difference for me because like I'm not the most consistent player. Like I'm not always locked in. Like I might think a guy's a noob, and then he like I do pretty well, and then he like I don't know toggles anti KB and like gets me down to like 2 hearts. Then I'm just kind of fucked if that's Classic, right?
Yeah.
Like, but then OP, I can actually strategize and like get the victory.
Yeah, you just prefer having control.
Yeah,
over the game.
Just the possibility of a comeback. It's pretty much. Then it's also like what I said about Skywars. Like it kind of matches like the solo insane kind of loadout.
Yeah, overpowered, of course. Plonk OP.
Yep.
Yep. Already forgot what I was gonna ask. There's something. Oh yeah. So you like having more control. You like being able to clutch. What do you think about losing?
Yeah.
Do you get mad, or do you just get like disappointed because you're wasting time? What's your take on
So
it?
I used to get like mad, and it would just depend on the loss, honestly. Like if it was like a stupid loss, like I don't know, like I miss a rod,
Lag.
or like I splashed my regen like at the wall by accident. I would just kind of laugh. I'd be like, oh, that's but like, but
Hmm.
like, if it's like a difficult game and I lose, like I used to just get super pissed off. But like now I don't really care when I'm grinding. When I'm grinding like just for wins, like I've decided that I'm just gonna completely not care about win loss or KD or anything, because it just makes it harder to grind wins. So what I end up doing is like if a game is going on for like probably more than a minute, or like I know it's going to be a long game with like a someone who's pretty good, or like a sweat or like a cheater, then I will literally just leave. Like I'll just queue the next game, because it's like I did some I did some testing on this. Like I fought someone I knew was good, and it was like a 4 minute game. Like I was able to get like 5 or 6 wins against noobs in the time it would have taken me to win or lose that one game. So like for grinding, it's significantly worth it to just leave long games.
Hmm. This seems to be present in every duel,
Yeah,
sumo, classic. Every LB player who grinds wins seems to do this.
yeah, yep.
Apart from Shade, obviously, but
I don't know.
doesn't count.
I can't. But beyond just the grinding and like that causing me to not care about win loss, like I just don't think it's reasonable to care when there's just as many cheaters as there are just playing.
Hmm.
Like not just the beaters, but like the closet cheaters that are like they're only better than you because they're cheating, and that's the most annoying one, I think. Like I'd rather get B hopped on than like someone using 70% velo.
Yeah, that's another common opinion in the PvP
Yeah.
com.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to goals. What are your goals for OP? Obviously, lifetime.
Probably 100K eventually once I get motivation to grind again. Um, as of right now, it's 74K, I think, that I'm at.
Will you quit at 100k or just play less?
I don't think I don't think anything would change, honestly. Like the goal is fun, but I think I would still just like grinding it. Like
Hmm.
when I grind, it's not like I am grinding. Like obviously I'm grinding for the number, but like I have the desire to like play that much. Like it's not like I don't feel like I'm forcing myself to play that much. Like when I feel like I'm forcing myself to play that much, that's when I like stop grinding and then I take a break again.
Hmm.
So
So it's
like
just a casual
lifetime
thing on the
goal,
side.
yeah, like a lifetime goal might be like I really miss my Godlike X title. So a, a goal that I've thought of is like Ascended X, because then I get the X back.
Yep,
But obviously that's like a lot of wins. That's 190K, I think, which
it
is
is. Too
so
many.
it's like 120,000 more than I have. So there's the fact that it's extremely difficult, which would
Hmm.
be like a roadblock. But I don't know. If
It's
I
only
if I do
time
the same thing
based.
that I'm doing, like I grind once in a while, then I guess it'll happen.
Yeah, it's only time based. It's not really difficult.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
But
semi
it's
annoying.
difficult to like, to have long-term dedication. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Would you change anything about OP? So pretty much like items or KB, anything like that. Even maps.
I think I think I'd get rid of Flint and Steel.
No,
Um,
not again.
what?
Classic moment.
Oh. I think it just fucks up KB too much.
Hmm. And what about
Like
clutching?
it's what about glitching? Oh, like firing someone?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't personally. I just never really use fire unless someone's like I'm critting someone against a wall just to speed it up.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like mechanically I'm bad at firing, but that's because I like consciously chose to not use fire on people because I hate when I get set on fire.
And that's some crazy
Um,
integrity against random people.
I've had that opinion for years, and I stick by it.
Hmm.
Um, but I think yeah, I think it fucks with like what the intention of the gameplay is supposed to be. Like I think the knockbacks being like so like if you set someone on fire, well, perfect example, if someone's chasing you, they can just set themselves on fire, and then you have to like I don't know, you have to do extra timing on the rod so that the rod knockback actually happens.
Hmm.
Which I think that's just a like an oversight as far as like
Oh yeah, it is.
how the gameplay goes.
What do you think about that strategy? Lighting yourself on fire?
Oh, doing that? I don't know. I think it's kind of like not like scummy, but like sweaty, I guess, like overly sweaty. I think for an OP duel.
You think
There's
OP duels should
also
be casual, right?
yeah, I think it's kind of like a mid like I think I think classic is too simple because of like the you know like what we said before of the limited items and lack of a comeback. Um, and then UHC, I think it's too complex for casual gameplay. Like whenever I'm playing UHC, I don't feel like I'm playing casually. I know it's because I don't have as much experience in it as OP, but still, like there's like way more things to think about. Like when you're playing, like obviously if you're fighting a noob, you can do the same thing that you would do anyway. Like just just rod them and kill them. But like, like I think it's like a good middle ground between UHC and classic. If we're keeping the analogy within duels.
So you would just remove flint and steel. You're fine with the KB and
I
the
think so.
maps.
I think the maps are okay. I don't really know how I would feel about having elevation in the maps. Like I'd have to grind a bunch on with OP kit on elevated maps for me to actually know.
Yeah.
Maybe like the circle map can go away. Like why does that exist? Like arena, is that what it's called?
Don't ask me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, there's that map that's not a square. That's the only one I'd remove probably.
Yes, the map that's not a square. Fantastic. Okay, let's move on to strategies. Do you do anything specific? And does this ever change? For example, like nons versus cheaters?
Yeah. Well, nons I kind of just W hold. Like I always splash regen and speed at the beginning, no matter what. I just kind of I don't know. I just maybe hit a few rods, and W hold most of the time, and then just strafe. With nons, that seems to work. With cheaters, I try to keep my distance, and anytime I get a hit, it has to be a crit, because otherwise they lose because they probably have like criticals on or like auto block. So, the only way to even have like a equal chance with cheaters is to spam space. Could also a lot of times this is like my bad for like this is like me being bad at mechanics, but like I always forget to block it. Like I don't know, I'll just be playing, like I'll be fighting someone good and I'll be like, not doing great, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I've completely forgot to block it this entire game. So like definitely against cheaters, I consciously remember to block it.
And what about like B-hoppers? Do you do anything interesting? Or is it just spam and pray?
I don't know. Most of the time, kind of go in a corner, spam, pray. But sometimes I'll just leave if I know it's a B-hopper. Like if it's a good B-hopper, then I'll leave. Like if it's someone who will, like if it's a B-hopper who will B-hop away and gap.
Of course.
It's always hilarious to see that. But
yeah.
if it's one of those, then I might just leave the game. If it's someone who I've encountered some that are like noobs that are like on a hack client, like, and they don't know what they're doing. Like, and you can just kill them. Like they'll take 0 KB vertically or horizontally, and you can just crit them out because they're like that stupid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it always depends on the actual person you're fighting.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, and then there's bots.
Mm-hmm.
Bots are different because there's strategies to like make the bot get confused and like go against a wall. Most of the time, the bots are pretty bad at healing, so I'll just trade. Like I'll trade crits with it, and then I'll eat a gap, and then I'll go in, and like it's probably like splashed a regen for some reason, and then I just kill it. Like you just gotta, with bots, you gotta like be aware. First of all, like sometimes it's hard to notice if it's a bot. Sometimes you kind of just see a weird movement, but like the way that I notice bots is probably going to be different than the average person because I just have so much like visual memory of seeing people fight in an OP duel. Like obviously it's not conscious. Like I can't recall every game I've ever played, but like it all adds up. That's how like humans are able to do complex tasks.
Pure experience, OP experience. Oh wow, 27 minutes. And we're only at the first question. Or technically second, because of that little sphere thing. That's still random to me. You have like all of these professional towers, realistic, and then just some random sphere in the middle.
I think it's funny.
It's like a shit post in a world.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just good. I don't know.
Okay.
I've thought about like I could turn it into the Death Star pretty easily.
Okay. Fantastic.
I don't know. Might just leave it as a sphere and then have a base in it. We'll see.
So what do you do while grinding?
Most of the time, I like to be in VC, just with, I don't know, talking to anyone. Sometimes I'll have a podcast on if I want to play alone, but like 99% of the time, if I'm grinding, I'm like finding someone to be in a VC with. So I think it's, for me at least, it's kind of impossible to grind with no like audio, like input. Like if I'm not like talking to someone or like hearing about something, then I just can't. And also like I have a hard time in OP like watching a movie or something because I end up missing scenes in the movie because I have to look at my screen. Like sumo, it's different. Like I grinded sumo just to see how different it was. Like I did like a day of sumo, and like I was able to watch like a whole season of a show because like you don't have to look like most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that.
Of course.
but
so it's just VCing with people. And what about like music?
Mostly music. I might have music on sometimes, but if I'm in a VC, I don't need the music.
But you prefer speaking to other people?
Yeah, I think it's fun. And I usually screen share if I'm in a VC. So if I'm finding someone weird or like something funny happens, and I can tell people, "Hey, look."
Yeah. Okay. You and the boys talking shit about cheaters? Yep.
For real.
Always a nice time.
So say all kinds of slurs.
Of course. That's the Jules experience.
Yep.
So what are the most common mistakes in OP? This can be new people and quote-unquote experienced people.
Well, first, I have to say pre-gapping. Like eating a golden apple, like right when it starts. It's not so that like there's two different levels to this being bad. Like there's splashing your regen and then eating a gap, and then there's just eating the gap, and then maybe splashing your regen after. Either way, you're wasting the better regen, like the regen 2, or I don't even remember what it is. The faster regen from the gap. Yeah, like I don't know, it's just like a waste. Like whenever I see like a noob do that, I kind of just tell them. Like I type in chat, I'm like, hey, you probably shouldn't pre-gap, like eat the gap up when the game starts because it's a waste. Because it's like I don't know, I just feel bad. Like they're just down a gap, like for no reason besides their own like lack of knowledge. Besides that, I think
too.
Yeah,
but I only did that for speed.
Well, yeah, UHC. I think it's different because the 2 extra, even just a regular gap, like the 2 extra hearts might matter if the whole game is a trade. Like if for some reason you don't eat the heads, like if you have two extra hearts at the beginning, since you don't regen, like it might actually matter in UHC.
Yeah, man, just telling people to not do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it because I felt bad. It's just because they have more HP. I don't want to crit them out instantly. As always, you
another
have
thing
integrity.
I think. Yep. Another thing people do bad is splashing the potions. Best way I found is throw them above you, which I think most people know is a good thing to do. But you can either do that, and that's like 100% consistent as long as you stand still when you throw them above you. What I tend to do now is like I sprint jump forward and like I splash it as I'm midair, so it like smacks me in the chest, like midair, I guess. And that way I get the full duration, and I'm able to like run forward at the same time. That way I'm saving like 2 or 3 seconds of each game.
Yeah, you found the optimal method, the speedrunning strategy.
Seems to be optimal. And then to another mistake to go back to Flint and Steel actually is setting someone on fire when they're chasing you, because it fucks up your odds. Besides that, I think people underestimate just how good the rods can be, and I think they also underestimate how much of a difference it makes if one of you has speed versus if both of you have speed. I think if one of you has speed, and you notice the other guy has speed, you should always splash your speed, because you're immediately at a fundamental reach disadvantage if the other person has speed and you don't.
Makes sense.
Other than that, I think people should splash their regens more, consciously, like think about it more, because obviously if you splash your regen at like 1 heart, then that's kind of a waste, because you're going to have to eat a gap because you need your health as soon as possible. That's if you're not going to like rod spam and S-hold to get the regen. But like for noobs, like if you're rod spamming and S-holding, I don't think you're like, you know how to use the regen at that point. But like for noobs or like people who aren't super experienced, like they sometimes just see like, oh, a regeneration potion, so I should splash that because I have low health. But you have to think about how, like, what the regeneration is doing and the situation you're in. Like the Gapple regeneration is faster, so if you're like, if you're in a trade, the other person's like 3 hearts up, then you should eat a gap, I think, in most situations.
And obviously the gaps
if
give
you're
you
both
2 extra hearts.
Yeah, there's that also. But yeah, I think just making sure you can get all of your regen pot to be useful, because when you eat a gap, it overrides the regen, which used to be the opposite, which is interesting. So it used to be like if you had a regen potion active and you ate a gap, then you would get the extra hearts, but you wouldn't get the Gapple regen. You would keep the regen pot regen, which is slower. Problem with that was that do you know Arm Hurts? Do you remember?
Don't think I remember.
Do you remember anyone named Arm Hurts? All right, well, he was an OP player. Turns out he was a cheater. Like, he was cheating the whole time, which I predicted that like 3 years before it turned out he was a cheater.
Oh, not again
But
with the predictions.
that's another thing. But yeah, so he like realized, like, as if other people hadn't realized this, but he realized when someone's eating a gap, you can splash them with your regen and then they die because they don't get the gap regen.
Oh, that's
it's
crazy.
Like they used to call it degenning, because it like, I don't know, like it's a stupid way to use that word, like de-regen, I guess. But that was really annoying because like bee hoppers started doing it, right? Like you'd get bee hopped on and then you're eating a gap and then a fucking bee hopper throws regen on you and you die, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, that was a pretty wild time. And then of course they changed it so that the gap regen would override the regen pot. And now it is actually the opposite. So if you've eaten a gap, you have to make sure that your gap regen is over before you splash your potion, because the potion will not come into effect if you still have Gapple regen. Then I don't even remember when they made this change, but they added the second set of pots. For a very long time since the beginning, there was just the one set of pots. And then I think around the same time they changed the Gapple stuff, they changed it to 2 sets of pots.
Wow.
Another fun fact, at the very beginning, at the very beginning, there was 30 arrows and 8 gaps, and now it's 6 gaps and 20 arrows.
2021 is wild.
Can't believe that's 4 years ago, bro.
Yeah, what did you think about the Godlike X titles? Do you miss it?
I
Do you
really
think it's good?
I like them more than 5. X just looks cooler than V. Like I'm just
No,
gonna
of course.
that's just a fact. um, what I would suggest, which is what I thought, what I wow. Okay, let me try that again. What, what I thought they should have done when they added new titles is keep Godlike X and then make everything after it also go to X,
Hmm.
just so that like people could keep their like cool titles if they wanted them, and then there would always be like an X to work up to. It also just kind of makes sense, like the amount to get to each new like full title, like Divine to Ascended or like Celestial to Divine, like that could be the same, but each individual increment could be smaller, like half the size, and then you get to X.
Yeah.
Because I think like with what I'm at right now, like Divine 1 to Divine 2, it's a full 0 to Godlike for one number. And that's just kind of crazy to me.
Yep.
I know it's like worse overall and like whatever,
Yeah.
but still like one number in a title being 0 to Godlike is kind of just nuts to me.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Divine and Ascended have the same tier
Yeah.
requirement,
Yeah.
which is funny.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they could stomach doing 40k overall for like an Ascended level. Like that would just be so nuts.
Yeah. I mean, it's already like 1.1 million for overall L.
Yeah. Yep. It's insane.
Uh,
Like
yeah,
that's what I think they fucked up on. Like they made it like the last one goes really high. Like I think, like I said, they should have had like Godlike X, Celestial X, Divine X, Ascended X.
hmm.
But yeah, I miss my Godlike X.
Of course. Yeah, Godlike X was pretty nice. Nice color, nice
Yeah,
tier.
that's another thing. I think that Ascended and Legend should have switched colors when they added
Oh yeah,
Ascended.
I've seen many people mention this before in lobbies. This is a +1
Yeah,
from me.
Legend is just it just has such a better color. Like it's one of the best colors.
Yeah.
Like Legend and Godlike, I think, are the best colors.
Hmm.
I think most people agree with that. I think Grandmaster being before Godlike, like Grandmaster, like literal like P color being between the two best colors is kind of weird to me.
Hmm.
Like it's
This
like it's literally P.
Yep. The same argument was happening in 2019, 6 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my god, crazy. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever
yeah.
happens.
Nothing happens that we want
Hmm.
besides like the vague concept of new titles when we got those.
Oh yeah, what did you think about the old new titles? The World's Best,
Oh,
World's
that was
Master.
so stupid. Oh my god, I can't believe they shipped that. Like I actually like I have a hard time believing that like that was like they were like, yeah, let's ship these titles. Like there's like Godlike and then there's like World Elite. Like what does that mean? What does that mean? Like the new titles, like the old new titles didn't fit with anything. Like they didn't have anything to like even close to like the
Hmm.
same theme as the old ones, and that was just weird.
Absolutely
Then
made no
there's
sense.
the whole like diamond being dark aqua instead of light aqua like it is in every other mode,
Hmm.
which I still don't understand why that's a thing. Like, because when they added, obviously now Celestial's light aqua, but like when there was just Godlike, why was it dark aqua? Like it didn't. I don't know. That didn't make sense to me.
Oh yeah, and eventually they bolded Legend, I believe.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. It kind of seems random. I don't know. Like what's like besides the color, like what's really the significance of like 2000 versus 1000? Like I understand 5000 for bold,
Hmm.
but I don't know.
10K would make more sense since it's 5 digits.
Honestly, I think Legend and Grandmaster, as far as their win requirements, should be swapped.
Hmm.
Like I think Grandmaster coming after Master makes more sense than Legend does.
Yeah, even the naming scheme,
The
Legend
naming
versus
scheme, and I
Grandmaster.
think the colors too. Like the like Legend and Godlike are both like better colors than the green or the yellow or the dark aqua or the whatever before.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just should be swapped, like just entirely as far as the order you get them in.
You really don't like swapped, huh? Swapped.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't say that today.
What do you think about the title names? Ascended, Celestial, Divine.
I think it's okay, but like it being godlike and then celestial seems
Yeah,
odd to me. Like it's like a god and then it's like like celestial, which is I don't know, that basically just means like of the planets, right?
probably.
I think I don't know, that word it doesn't really yeah, of or relating to the sky or physical universe as understood in astronomy.
Seems
There's also
legit.
a definition of or relating to heaven. A synonym for celestial is divine. That's funny.
Crazy.
So it's like the same thing. Like these seem like adjectives to describe God, like godliness,
Yeah.
and then
And that's just
ascended just
godlike.
yeah, like there's God like before it, which I don't know, it just seems
Ascension is just funny.
yeah. It's just like I don't know. I think they just went like on thesaurus.com after everyone like hated the world elite and stuff, and they were like, okay, well these three words seem pretty good. I don't know. I wish they were better, but I don't really have suggestions. Like Godlike
There's
is too good of like a last title for there to be
yeah.
anything after it. If anything, they should have moved Godlike to the very end, and like everything else should have been before it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I've seen this in forums and whatever. A rainbow title. What do you think? Like in Bedwars and Skywars and
Yeah.
classic games.
Well, I think that would come with a full revamp of how the coloring works on the titles. I
Mm-hmm.
think you should be able to just choose like themes and colors, kind of like how they just did in Skywars.
Yeah,
Which
it's
the
like a
fact that they just did
gradient.
it in Skywars makes it likely, to me at least, that they might do it in duels. Of course, there's that update that we were promised that should come out sometime soon.
Yep, very soon.
But yeah, I think Rainbow title would be cool. I think having like title color themes would be good. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think just adding the rest of the colors like to be obtainable would also be good. Like the colors that we currently don't have.
Oh yeah, there's like a few missing. Like
Yeah,
504.
there's the grays too.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, I think OP's like obtainable cosmetics actually fit, unlike a lot of them. Like it's like it's light aqua, which is like the armor, like it's diamond armor, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
and it's a heart, right? Which like fits with healing and like golden apples, regen potions.
Yeah.
Like I think they actually fit, which is like uncommon as far as like all the other ones.
We kind of just went off topic.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious. And then we just kept going with the nostalgia boner. The good old days.
For real.
Oh yeah, having 28k wins back then. It probably felt like an ego boost seeing like the title progression thing pop up and say you have max wins.
Yeah.
And it's like
I
fully
I
maxed
gotta
out.
find that I gotta find that screenshot.
That would probably
That yeah,
boost your
it
ego.
was really cool. It was really cool to see that. It was
Yeah.
like I'm at the top of achievement for the titles in this mode. Like that was just it's just cool.
Yeah. It's also awesome if you're like live streaming or recording. You're just mugging on
Yeah.
everyone.
Yep. Nice.
Well, it's not even bolded.
That looks
It's not
I
even
can't
bolded
believe how
properly.
stupid it looked like when they first added them.
It looks so sloppy. That is
Yeah,
wild.
that's like the classic not being bolded too. Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, Natia. We'll delete
Yeah.
5. But it's just a
Yeah, the
regular
V is
V.
not that was
I swear they didn't care about the mode at all.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember when you say hit 100k overall. It was a huge
Yeah.
thing in the com.
He was number 1 on 3 boards, right?
I believe so.
It was number 1 classic OP and overall. That was crazy.
6 digits
Nice.
though. That was beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the old player count. Look at UHC. 795. That's
Oh my
like more
God.
than the entire mode itself.
4.5k in duels. 100 is that 184 in OP?
Looks like
I
it.
can't tell if that's 104 or 184.
I mean, that's still 100 plus.
That's crazy. Can't believe how
4.5.
many used to like be in there
Yeah.
at one time.
Even look at UHC DM. 83 people.
Yeah. That's
actually
it's more than
grind
OP has gotten in years.
Same with Sumo.
Yeah. When was that? That was 2020?
Let's see. 2021. May.
Yeah.
4.5k
Yeah.
people on Duels. That's more than Skywars
Crazy.
nowadays.
Skywars had duels often has more than Skywars nowadays.
Yeah, I don't even know. Oh yeah, and this was the old lobby. Back when it was very simple.
Yeah.
All small.
That's another thing. That's another thing I hope they update. Like the new lobby, it's the same thing except bigger for the new NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really think we deserve like an actual new lobby, like actually newly like a new design,
Truly new.
like not just the same shit, just different shapes and stuff.
Of course. Yeah, crazy to think. 4 years ago, there were
Yeah.
like X20, X30, X40 people playing the mode.
Yeah, right. Pretty wild.
Oh yeah, and this is back when dodging was like very, very minimal. Jewel Sniffer came out, but only like a small minority of people had it.
Yeah.
So it was still clean.
I've always seen dodging as cheating, like, fundamentally. It's like obviously they intentionally like tried to obfuscate who you're fighting before the game starts.
Yeah.
And like I feel like just bypassing that is cheating because there is an obfuscation.
Well, that would be applicable to the tournaments as well.
Yeah.
It's strange how people have like split views on that. Dodging in sumo is okay, but tournaments is bad.
Really? People actually think that?
Oh yeah, used to. Because all those guys quit.
Wild.
Yeah, welcome to
I think
our
like the
com.
only acceptable circumstance I think to dodge would be if you've been killed by a bee hopper like a couple times and then you know it's them. Like
Mhm.
I'll dodge based on like how fast I requeue sometimes. But
Yeah.
I think that's completely fair, just as I think like how I used to dodge based on skins is completely fair. Because it
Yeah.
was part of how the game worked, so I think it's
Yeah.
just I don't know, fundamentally okay to dodge based on that.
It's just funny seeing people have like split morals or fake morals.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay when I dodge, but you can't dodge.
Yeah, right.
From balloons. Crazy.
Nice.
It's such an ego boost seeing that. And if you're watching
Yeah.
someone else like get that, it's like, whoa, this guy's maxed out.
Yeah. Now it's like I don't know. You just see like someone just sees like a cool looking title and it's like, oh, looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no like I don't know, you don't I don't know. I feel like you don't have as much of an indication as like what they mean, but maybe that's just
Yeah.
me. I don't know, like that might just be a perspective thing based on me starting when it was like when the highest title was significantly lower.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about Ascended L being 590k in a mode?
I think that's just kind of a ridiculous cop out to like obviously they originally intended for there to be like a reasonably reachable highest title. But now I don't think it is reasonably reachable in almost any mode besides Sumo or Classic.
Yeah. Those are the only 2 modes they can actually get it.
Yeah. I don't know. It just like I said, it just kind of feels like a cop out. Like, okay, well there's no like no one's gonna reach these titles, so it's fine, we're good. Like we're set.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it just yeah. Seems like a
easy cop out, as you said.
Like them just being lazy and like not having some kind of better way.
Yeah, it is kind of like a bypass. Instead of adding new titles or doing something else, just here, Ascended L, Go for it.
this idea just came to me, but like maybe there's like, so maybe like I said, it switches to every title goes to 10, right?
Yeah.
But maybe like, I don't know, there's like ascended star or something that you get if you have some amount of wins in every mode. It's like maybe like something like another level unlocks if you like are more diversified. Like I know that would make the people that get like godlike in every mode happy. But
All 5 of them.
All Shark Boy comes to mind. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like they're like a major. They're the single largest server, like on Java Edition, and like somehow they can't come up with something better for this. I don't know.
Seeing those
They're a major
old titles
development
again.
team. They should be able to figure something out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Make millions every month.
Yeah.
There's no excuse. But it is good that we mentioned it, since the other guys like semi-new gen. I don't even know what old gen is anymore.
That's the thing with those terms. Like
Yeah.
old gen and new gen. Like it's constantly changing. Like there's no like objective old gen or objective new gen. Like old gen, I guess at a certain point you can say sure. Like I guess me, like I literally played the day Duels was released.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could argue, but I didn't grind until later, right? Like I wasn't like grinding from the beginning. So I don't know if you consider like someone who's played since X date or someone who's actually like grinded and like gotten a lot of wins since whatever amount of time ago. And then new gen's just the other side. It's just like someone could start playing and then a couple of years later, like they're not a new gen anymore, but like it's like a it's an adaptive definition. It depends on the year it is.
Also depends on the person.
Yeah. And then there's like the whole thing like, if someone's a noob, you might call them a new gen even though they've been playing for years.
Okay. IGN Lore.
So, like I said before, this account was an alt. So when I got the username, it was still an alt. Basically, I was in 8th grade, so I was like 14, 13, whatever. I wanted to get my ear pierced. Well, technically, I wanted to get both. My dad was like, okay, we'll get you one. And then if you like it, then we can get the other. And then I did. It's funny. I did like a bunch of like, because there's like one that's supposed to mean like you're gay. Like one side's supposed to mean you're gay, and the other is supposed to mean you're straight. Like if you get one. Yeah. So like I did like a bunch of research and like probably more than I ever did for school. Like just trying to make sure that I didn't get the gay ear pierced. So yeah, I got one pierced, and then when I came home, I was like, huh, like absolute like utter curiosity, like is ear piercing the username available? And it turns out like at that point in 2018 or whatever, no one had ever had it before. So like, okay. And then put it on my alt. Then the other stuff that I said happened. Like I got banned on my main account at the time. So I switched to ear piercing. And then stayed on ear piercing ever since.
What made you get Dark Blue plus? Random side question.
Obviously, like objectively, right? It's like a waste of money. But I'm pretty well off. Like I'm lucky enough to be pretty well off. So like over time, getting like buying gold, like getting people ranks it wasn't like damaging to my financial situation, which I think is like a significant consideration if you're going to do that, which I think a lot of people don't. Like, they're like kids, obviously. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They might have like, I don't know, they might be given some money from their birthday or Christmas, and they're like, oh, I can work towards Dark Blue Plus, but like that's not a good idea. Like, like I don't know, buy a good coat. Like honestly, like I don't. But yeah, so I did it because I was lucky enough to be able to reasonably, and also because I don't know, I found it fun to like. Most of the ones I did were VIP, like non to VIP.
Yeah.
That's useful for 2 reasons. First of all, obviously it's less gold per rank than any of the other ones. But also like, I don't know, I just kind of enjoyed
helping
sorry about all the ums. So like I enjoyed seeing like the noobs fly around for the first time in the lobby. Like stuff like that. Like I don't know, it was just cool to see them like have a
It's
rank.
such-
Like they're
yeah.
like they finally don't have chat cooldown. Like they finally like their speech, like their actual speech on the server is white instead of gray now. It's more visible.
Yeah, this sounds like a Mr. Beast video, especially the
I don't know.
blindness
It's
one.
just cooler. I don't know.
Yep.
Like I don't know. It's cool to
Helping
see.
humanity.
I don't know. It's just cool to see people receive a gift. I guess.
Yep.
Which I guess is why Mr. Beast has like 400 million subscribers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. It's different to be the one giving the gift too. Like it's there's always like you get like a little warm feeling inside. You see someone receive
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gift or win the lottery or whatever.
The
But
gift of
it's
giving.
different when you're doing it.
Of course.
And then after 100 ranks, I kind of just wanted the dragon, and again I liked gifting, so I did that.
Yeah. Do people ask you about your IGN?
Sometimes that usually it's just, are your ears pierced? It's usually just that because it's like it's not like an OG name or anything. It's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lowest tier of semi OG, like known to man. Because it's like it's two words and there's like an ing. There's a suffix, so it's not.
Of
But like
course.
ear pierce isn't really a thing. So I guess you could have that into
Mhm.
consideration. But mostly it's just, are your ears pierced? And then I say yes, and they say cool, and that's it.
Did no one ever go into like crazy detail about it?
I might have a conversation about like if the person has like non-standard ear piercings, like maybe they have a cartilage or something, they might want to talk about that. Someone might say like cool name or something, but I don't know. Again, it was kind of like a spur of the moment, like random name I claimed on my alt in 2018. It's not like I didn't intend to just be ear piercing forever.
And why
But
did you
I don't
keep
know.
it?
By the time like I liked it for a while, now I'm kind of indifferent. I don't know. For me, it's like there's two things to consider as to why I'm not going to change it. First is someone might take it. Like what I'd want to do if I were to change it is get it on another alt, like just put it on some account that I have, just so that no one else can like try to impersonate me if that ever were to happen, which I don't even know if it would. But I don't know. I've had it happen before. Like one time I queued an OP game and someone had my full IRL name as their username. So,
Goodness.
but yeah, there's that consideration, and there's also like I'm like in the least egotistical way possible. I'm known by this name,
Yeah, that's normal.
and
It becomes your
at this
brand.
point, it would just be like it would just be damaging. Like it would cause me more problems if I were to
Mhm.
change it to something else. Even if it was something, even if I got like straight up IGN Jonas, like Jonas, which is my
Mhm.
first name.
Yeah. As I
Like
said,
even
it's
if I
part of your
got
brand.
that, like it would be different. Like it would just
Yeah,
yeah,
it's part of your brand.
brand.
You've already built an image with that IGN. Got on
Like
leaderboards. Talked to
unintentionally, it's
people.
not like I was thinking about it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what
It's just
happens
something
with
that happens.
like online games, I guess.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're consistent. And you're always there
Yeah,
playing, getting on leaderboards, speaking to people.
yeah. That's the thing though. On my old account, I was kind of the opposite. Like I had almost every month up until I stopped using the old account, I would change my name.
Mm-hmm.
So as as of now, once I found a name that I liked for my old account, and so I kind of stopped. But then I noticed I was like only a couple months away from 69 name changes, so
Oh my god, of
so I did
course.
that. So I did
Of
that, but
course.
after that, I mean, that was a while ago now, but
Mm-hmm. Do you still use your old account? Old main?
not really. It's
It's
I mean,
just
it's
stuck
like
in
it's a good.
limbo.
It's not like it's like it's still kind of like an average Hypixel account. Like it's, I
Mm-hmm.
think with the update, it's like 40-star Skywars. It was 20-star before the update. Um, and then there's like, I don't know, like 5K duels wins, some
Mm-hmm.
other stuff, I guess. But it's not like completely insignificant, like the stats on it.
Do you still like randomly play on it to like
Not
troll or
really.
something? Okay.
Haven't really played on it in a while. I'm not. I don't know if that's what you meant, but I'm not really. What do they call? What do they call it? Smurfing?
Oh yeah,
where a good
alting.
player like goes on an alt or whatever.
Yes, yes.
I don't know. I'm not really my thing. Tend to not do that.
You just want wins.
I guess. And then also like if I'm on my main account, then people know it's me. And it's I don't know. I'd rather have people know it's me than people not know it's me.
Makes sense. Let's move on to clients. So you do use Forge.
Okay.
Want to share
Yes, I
experiences
use
with
Forge.
Badlands/Lunar, and also Forge mods. And do your mods change?
So first of all, experiences with the other clients. I started on Forge like way back when because there were no clients. Like there were just straight up no clients. Makes me sound like a fucking grandpa, but there were no clients. So you can't play on a client if there's no clients. But anyways, like after that, there was like Cheat Breaker. These were all like the first clients to come out were like 1.7 based for like practice servers. Then there was, I don't know if this is the order, but then there was Bad Lion, and then Lunar kind of was like I think some of the people that worked on Cheat Breaker were the Lunar people. Eventually I tried Lunar. It was pretty good, but it had its flaws like customizability, like to the extent that Forge has. And I don't know, just like it being a third-party client just kind of to be Gen Z gave me the ick. And then Bad Lion, just the UI is just so bad.
Yeah,
like the user interface, it's just so ugly. It's so ugly. Like I don't even understand how, like why it's like that. So yeah, so like I used Lunar. It was pretty good. It was it's smooth, good FPS. Bad Lion, same kind of thing. Then I decided to try Forge again. I spent a while, collecting all my mods, like all the mods I thought I needed, and then like my computer is good enough at this point where the FPS isn't much of a consideration.
Yeah.
Like I have enough FPS on either. Like obviously there's more. Like I have more FPS on Lunar because it's there's a lot of FPS optimization inside of Lunar, but like it didn't make much of a difference Lunar versus
PC's
Forge.
already good
And
enough.
Forge, yeah. I mean, if you have like a shitty PC or like you're on a laptop, I think Lunar's a good option. I think Lunar definitely over Badlion, but the customizability of Forge is obviously unparalleled because it's just whatever mods you want, whatever changes you want. I heard that Lunar supposedly you'll be able to use your own mods.
Yeah.
I don't know
Seen
when or how that'll be implemented, but that might change my mind. Maybe if I can have some of the mods I like. The only thing is like I'd want the way my toggle sprint mod works to be how it works if I use Lunar, which is currently like it's slightly different. I don't want to go into all the details about each mod, but
that's fine.
I could list the mods if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
There's quite a few of them, but
Right. The essentials.
So we have sidebar mod revamp. That's obviously you can get rid of you can add a drop shadow to the text. You can get rid of the red numbers. There's reach display mod, pretty self-explanatory. Little box that displays your reach. There's auto GG, auto tip. There's a boss bar customizer mod, which basically I just turn off the boss bar. There's Chroma HUD, which allows you to like add text and stuff. So right now I have it with my FPS. I have ping, I have direction that I'm facing, and I have coordinates. There's keystrokes. I have schematica like loaded in here because in case sometimes I like to build something in my housing. I have no hurt cams, like there's like no shake when you get hit. Yeah, that's a pretty new one for me. I like tried it and I was like, okay, well, this is pretty good. Then there's the old animations mod. Just 1.7 animations.
Yep.
Optifine. I have a mod called Orange's Simple Mods, which basically it's just toggle sprint, status effect, and direction HUD. I don't use the direction HUD because I don't like it very much. But the other two, that's what I use. I use that for toggle sprint and potion effects. Then we have Patcher, which is from it's a skier mod. Anyone who uses Forge will know Patcher. It's like every bug fix you can imagine, and then a bunch of like quality of life optional changes. It has like a huge amount of options. Then I have this mod called Quick Capes. Like if I want to like randomly put on like a Mojang cape just so I can see it, then I can do that. I have Quick Play because I use a hotkey to go into an OP duel. Scrollable tooltips. That's if I happen to load into Skyblock, I can like see all the item information. I have a subtitles mod because I just like that in the new versions. Like if I'm sneaking around, like I like to be able to see what exactly sounds are going on. And I have a time changer mod, so I can just do like /night, /day, /sunset. There's two that are a little more complicated. There's this mod called Mega Walls Enhancement, like the MWE. I don't use that for Mega Walls. I don't play Mega Walls. The only thing I use it for, it has a client-side cheat detector. Basically, it'll like flag in chat and like put like a little warning symbol next to person's name if they're like, if like in my render distance or whatever, they're like the client like my client sees them as b-hopping or like auto blocking or no slowdown, like blatant stuff mostly. I found that really useful, especially in like Bed Wars games. Like if I'm just doing something somewhere else, like it'll just tell me basically, like if there's a cheater nearby.
Yeah.
Also, what it does if you watchdog someone, so like /WDR, it'll add like a little yellow warning symbol next to them. So like next time you encounter them, you'll know that you've watchdogged them. So that's pretty cool. So that's that mod. And then as you've probably seen in the gameplay, my sword is very tiny. That's from a mod called Dulker mod, like DUKLIR or something. I don't know, but I think it's a Skyblock mod. It adds a bunch of stuff, but main thing I use it for is you can change like how big and what pitch, all kinds of stuff about how your items appear in your hand. So I just have them appear a little bit smaller and like higher up, and I think it looks pretty cool like that. So I just keep it. Also, kind of funny. It looks like a b-hop client. If you like watch someone b-hopping on video, kind of just looks like that. I just think that's pretty funny.
And you also
Probably
said
for
that
the
you like
mods.
to see the entire item.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I think like because when you're in first person, like you don't see your legs, so I feel like you should be able to see the entire item that you're holding, even if it's like technically inside your hand.
And obviously, it gives you more room to see around you.
Yeah, there's that too. There's it frees up my field of view.
Okay, let's move on to dodging. I don't know how many dodging overlays you've used, but name any.
I had used
Also,
Lilith just to know what it's like, but besides that, I haven't really used any.
Okay, so what did you think about dodging when you tried Lilith?
I don't know. It just felt like cheating. Like I don't know. I mean, I think we talked about that, like how I think dodging is cheating. I think I said that briefly, but I don't know. It just like when I used to like cheat against my friends in like little private games, like it just felt like cheating. I don't know. It just felt like that.
Yeah, but you're
To
only
me, at
seeing their
least.
stats. It's not really an
I know, but it
unfair
just felt like
advantage.
it just it felt like I was unfair because I was able to choose the game. Like like how like I'm bypassing the obfuscation, which is what I felt was unfair.
So it felt like boosting.
Kind of, I guess, yeah. You're boosting your win ratio, I guess. And then also you're kind of choosing how fast your games are too. So it affects grinding speed. Because if you're dodging if you're dodging people that like you could beat, but the game would be long, then I feel like that's even worse than just dodging like cheaters or people you'd lose to.
So what do you think about dodging cheaters, especially snipers?
I think it's more acceptable. like dodging a B hopper that you've maybe fought a few times, but I don't know. Still think it's a little unfair, just from the fundamental, like bypassing the obfuscation. If anything, like dodging a B hopper is like only okay because Hypixel doesn't ban B hoppers very fast. Like,
yeah, technically B hopper shouldn't be there.
yeah, the B hopper shouldn't be there. So I understand the logic. Like the B hopper shouldn't be in the game, therefore it's okay that I avoid it, right? Like I understand and accept that, but I don't know. I still get like a cheater feeling.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know. It's like, well, no, there's no real comparison. But
it's like you're cheesing the game.
yeah, like I feel like the logic of like the wanting to dodge B hoppers is the logic of that person's cheating, so I should be able to like also cheat. Like obviously it's not the same cheat, but like
Yeah,
it's functionally the same from a stats perspective. Like if you're B hopping, let's say for some reason there was someone's main who was B hopping and he wasn't getting banned, right? Like that would be, he would have just as easy, maybe not just as easy, but he'd have the capability to like choose his wins and avoid cheaters, avoid good people, versus just winning every game because he's B-hopping. And like both of those are functionally the same thing from a stats perspective.
yeah, but stats are just numbers. They don't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Since
So like if you're looking at it from the perspective of like boosting a stat, that's what I mean.
Yeah. What do you think about people like Shaden who pretty much have to main it? Do you think they should be wiped, banned, or just left alone? aka patch dodging? Let them be.
Well, I think dodged wins. I think there should be a punishment for dodged wins. I don't think there should be a wipe for dodged wins. I do think for other cheating, there should be, like if you like combat cheat for like PvP mode wins, then I think you should be wiped and or punished.
Also,
I don't know how exactly the wipe would work. Like they would have to figure out how many wins you've gotten with the cheats, and that's like way more complicated than Hypixel's almost definitely willing to do. Maybe that's a use of AI. I don't know, man. But like if you could, if they could have like a like mod AI or like some shit, and then it like looks at all your games and it's like, oh, he's botting or he's cheating, like
Yeah, poor Shade. He's gonna get wiped. He already predicted ranked Skywars return.
Did we talk about that? I think we talked about that before. I don't think we.
Probably no. Oh yeah, it's at the last question. We'll mention it again.
Yeah.
Poor Shade. He's gonna get wiped because of some fucking AI. So you think they should just be banned, like regular 30-day ban, and it should be like cheating?
If you're just dodging, I think it should just be like a regular ban. But I think if you're botting or you're boosting or you're cheating like with combat cheats, then I think it should be some kind of wipe, because the wins themselves are not legitimate. Like with dodging, like the wins you're actually getting are legitimate. Like your win streak isn't. So that I think should be wiped if you're dodging. But if you're just dodging and getting wins, the wins you're getting are fine. It's the fact that you're avoiding all your losses.
Yeah. They actually did do a ban wave before for Jewel Sniffer, but they quickly unbanned everyone. Yeah, like half the com got banned, I think. This was back in like 2021, 2022, 2020. Who knows?
I might have been on a break at that point. It's possible.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't know about the other dodging overlays.
Well, I mean, I know that they existed. I knew Lilith existed because it was super prevalent. But
oh yeah, no Lilith. Lilith was literally mainstream. Even Bedwars mains knew about it.
Yeah.
Good times.
But I don't know. I never was interested because it just seemed like a cheat.
Yeah, of course.
So I just kind of avoided it, like in all capacities.
So explain your beef with Jules. Not really beef, but problems.
Well, things I said before. like about what I think should be in the update, what should be changed, stuff like that. I think there's like, I don't know, I think there's significant problems with like how people treat duels, like how people in the com treat each other, and how like duels is treated and as an effect. Like I think like a lot of people are just assholes, like like for no real good reason. Like people are just mean, and I don't know. It just makes everything worse for new people. Yeah, but it's like
it's not really
like ranked duels, okay, but like you know if you're playing like like a classic duel, like just against like a noob, like it's not competitive, and then maybe you randomly kill your friend, and then he beats you, and you get pissed, and like I don't know, it's just I don't know. It seems like an obsessive. It seems like you're like I don't know. Someone would be very. I don't know. You're a little too into it if you get
like
that upset at stuff like that. Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's just like gamer rage is fine if it's like valid, but just losing a Hypixel duel, I don't think is valid.
So you see the mode as casual.
Then, yeah, I see it as more casual. I mean, obviously, there's good players. There's going to be good players and everything. There's people that treat it as like this competitive thing they have to get the best at, but I don't think it is, or it really needs to be. Like I don't think just because it's a PvP mode, it has to be like I don't think just because it's like effectively a practice mode, it has to be, like I don't know, like trying your hardest against every single person. Like I feel like that just makes it worse for everyone because you're stressed, right? Like if you're trying really hard, you're stressed, and I don't know. First of all, that's like medically not good for you. Like it's not being stressed all the time is not good for your heart. So there's that. And then there's also it's just it's Minecraft combat on an old version, and the server is not the most reliable. Like I don't think you can treat this as a competitive, like a fundamentally competitive thing.
I've always seen it as like a cookie clicker, sumo wise, because you get wins quickly.
Yeah, yeah, cookie clicker. Yeah, that's kind of Sumo's different. It's really just mindless clicking. Like that one day I grinded sumo. I did 1.1k.
Nice.
I just wanted to see what I could do. I intended to do 1k, and then I like checked, and it was at 1.1. And I was like, shit. Like it was so absurdly like fast and easy. Like I didn't really understand how the sumo grinders did it until I actually grinded sumo for a day.
Yeah, it's actually insanely easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in general,
but then
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. With the whole like competitive thing, I mean, it's a lot of kids, right? Like most people are kids, but like they might see it as like recess, right? Like not to be like derogatory to like like middle schoolers or like high schoolers, but I don't know, like you get a different perspective once you're not in school, which I didn't really realize. Like just not being in school, not even like aging in any way, like just doing different things every day, and there not being like a recess is a playtime, like recess at school. Sorry, I'm off topic, but anyway, like they see recess as competitive. Like I know people at school, they'll like have a fun time competing at recess, right? And then okay, well, bell rings, time to go to math class, whatever. But I think people just sometimes see duels as an extension of their recess, and they kind of have it in their minds as competitive as that. And then because they don't know everyone, they're not like ready for someone to be better than them. I don't know. That's kind of how I perceived. That's kind of how I realized I was perceiving duels in Minecraft, like PvP, after I left high school.
Yeah. Just a quick side question. What do you think about people who skip school, skip showering, skip meals, all just to play sumo and UHC from back in the day?
Oh, well, they need serious mental help, and I'm not being hyperbolic. Like if you seriously skip like hygiene and self-improvement and your future basically to like increase a number in a Minecraft server's submode of a submode, then you really just you have an obsession. You have like a fundamental obsession, and it's harming you in real life. And if that's you, you should seek help genuinely.
Yeah, but what if they get clout? What if they get like 100 subs? And all they had to do was just drop out of school. What
Okay, bro. It's not worth it. Unless you're Tommy Innit, it's not worth it.
No, but this is Hypixel Jules. Like, you're not going to get like 10 million subs from being number
That's
one.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's no case in which it's worth it because
Yeah.
there's no
Unless
chance
you're
for
Tommy Innit.
Hypixel Duels to lead to fame and fortune.
Maybe.
Well, Duels by itself, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, there's not enough players for it to blow someone up to the point where they reach a wider audience.
I mean, the fucking mode itself like peaks at 901k players, so
Yeah.
there's literally nothing you can do.
Oh, this is something I want to ask you about. The lobbies, have you noticed that they're dynamically changing, like the amounts?
Yeah. It's based on player count.
That's what I figured. Is that something they announced, or is that just something they did?
I don't know. That was the first thing I mentioned when I got unbound. I was live streaming my unbound. I was like, hey, what happened to the lobby? There's only 3 of them.
Yeah, I noticed that because like I logged on like before I went to bed. I don't know what I was doing, but I noticed there were like 3 lobbies and like 400 players, and then the next day it was like 1,000 players and there were 9 lobbies. So I was like, okay, well it's player based. I just thought that was cool that they're actually doing that. Yeah, I think it makes sense to saves resources and doesn't seem too hard to implement. Like they reboot the lobbies all the time.
Absolutely. You know, Hypixel doesn't have a lot of money. The little indie dev studio, there's like 2 people behind it.
they sold a game to fucking Blizzard. Like how? Yep. I don't know why they're trying to save money on servers.
GG.
But to touch on the Battle Pass thing.
Oh yeah,
obviously it's kind of.
You just randomly.
It's kind of
Battle Pass. I didn't even say anything about it.
It's kind of ridiculous that it's like it was like a one-time thing, and like calling it a Battle Pass implies that they were going to continue it for like multiple like iterations, and like them not doing that is it just kind of fucks everyone over who like wasn't in any like who didn't for any reason get it the first time. Like if they said like this will be a one-time thing, get it now, right? Like more people would have gotten it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But like because they only did it one time, it's just like a fuck you. And I think at the very least the cosmetics should be obtainable, if not actually bringing it back and making them like again obtainable. Maybe they do it like Skywars, like they did with Skywars with the ranked cosmetics, like they add them back through some in-game thing. But yeah, Battle Pass rewards being locked forever is stupid, and I hate it.
Yeah. And that was when the Battle Pass thing was a trend in gaming. Everyone started doing it.
That was like Fortnite was popping off, so they
did. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck because of the rainbow kill message. I still feel like that's one of the best.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty close to getting it in Skywars.
Of course.
I'm like 1 opal away, so that'll be fun. About Skywars. So they added the mini Skywars, right? I was telling you how I like I predicted that. Like I sent a message. I could find it and like send it to you, but I found a message. I sent a message in like January or February 2024 in the Hypixel general like text chat in the Discord. And I basically said like talking to the chat or whatever, like, what do you guys think about like ranked Skywars coming back, except like there's no rating and it's called mini Skywars. Like I said mini Skywars. Like I name dropped mini Skywars like a year before it was released. And I don't know, I think it's just funny. Because like I said it, in that channel, and like it's very possible some admin read it and was like, okay, we should do that.
Yeah, we need confirmation ASAP. If there's any admins watching,
For real.
please confirm it.
Yeah, any
Yes.
any staff watching, please let me know. It's be really funny. I just want to know. You could just say no. Like I just want to know if it's true or not.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to the upcoming Jules update. What do you think about it?
I think it has the potential to be really good. Kind of like past Skywars one, the most recent Skywars one. Like it actually added a lot of stuff and like stuff for people to do and to achieve.
Yeah.
I think they could actually add something good like that. I am not confident that they will, considering it's called War and Spleef, and that basically just is the name of the two modes that they're adding.
Mm-hmm.
So like clearly the name of the update is focused around the two modes, which gives me like next to no confidence that they're actually making good and major changes to like the title system, the reward system for like per mode, like the different things you get, because there's like still a bunch of empty slots in like most modes.
Yeah.
Where like there's no next reward, which is like it said coming soon for years, and it's like okay, when soon? When is soon, bro? Come on.
It's coming soon.
They should have just put like nothing there. Like they shouldn't have put coming soon if they didn't have plans. They didn't have like an organized plan to release new things. They shouldn't have put coming soon.
Yeah, but it's bait.
Yeah. But
what do you think about
I think
new jewels?
Oh, the Spleef and Bed Wars?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think Spleef is a classic. I think it probably should have been in the game like a while ago. Bed Wars could be good. It'll be like, what do they call it on Mindman? Like bed fight or something?
Oh yeah, Bed Rush.
It'll probably there's just so many different ones on Mindman. There's like ones with pearls. There's ones where you like start and you're like a sumo. You're like on sumo, and then you like, I don't know. There's so many different like bridge / Bed Wars modes on Mindman.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I think it could be interesting. I think it's about time, considering there's a Skywars duel, Mega Walls duel, Blitz duel. Like it's about time like the other major mode got its own duel.
Yeah.
Long overdue.
I hope it's
I
not
could
too
mention my
similar to
problems.
Bridge.
That's another thing. Like it could it's gonna be similar to Bridge, because Bridge is like similar to Bed Wars in like the fundamental goal. And then because it's a duel, it's just gonna be Bridge with a bed instead of a goal.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I have this very strong opinion that Bridge just shouldn't be a duel. Like it should just be its own game. Like it should have been from the beginning, but like maybe like Bridge 2s and everything else is in its own game, and then Bridge duels like 1v1 is the Bridge duel, right? Like the other games have. Like obviously you have solo Skywars, and then you have like the Skywars duels, but I don't know. I think Bridge just should have been its own game. And then there's parkour, which is just in every way it's an arcade game. It's like, it's just straight up an arcade game. It's an 8-person race. I don't understand how it's a duel.
There's actually
like you're dueling 7 people?
Yeah, there's a similar game in party games. We have to platform to the end.
Yeah.
Almost one-to-one to parkour.
I was actually like, I was at a loss for words when I saw that they added parkour duels. I was like, I was hoping it was like something interesting. Like it wasn't just a race. Like it was like, I don't know, you're like fighting someone with blocks or something. Like you're throwing blocks at people, or like your client. Like, I don't know. Like I had, like when I first heard it, I was like, okay, well maybe it's interesting. And no, it's just a fucking race. like I don't know how it's a duel. Like I'd love for some kind of rationalization as to how it's a duel.
Yep. If any devs are watching, you know what to do.
I would really like the answer. Like I'm not like not in like a
answer.
Not in like the way. It's like I think like what like what caused it to be a duel? know,
I wonder how quick Spleef will be.
that's a thing too.
It really depends on the
I
map.
don't know how they're gonna lay it out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's also like the podium with the hose in the lobby.
Oh yeah, Quake.
Like, is that supposed to be
It is Quake.
like? But like, why did it never come out?
Nitro said that there are maps missing, but the game mode is ready. And this was like 2022, I believe, or 2023.
So then, will they add it in this update too?
Fuck knows.
Like, I don't know. Like, but the main thing is like, why did they leave the podium here?
Listen, it's too much
If the
effort.
game's not out.
Too much
effort to like change like 7 blocks.
Yeah. Someone actually has to join the game mode and do something.
They were like the laziest they could possibly be when making this quote unquote new lobby.
Have you seen the title update? They couldn't even bold some of it properly.
Yeah. I hope it's like more complete and better than the past ones, but you know, I can hope and then not receive anything that I hoped for, which is quite common when it comes to game updates. Except for mini Skywars, apparently I just predicted that straight out of the gate.
Oh yeah.
I either predicted it or caused it. Neither one is cool, so it works for me.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
I'm trying to find the OGSS.
Of what?
What was it again? It was the NPC for Quake in the admin only server. It was literally there, like fully ready. The maps were missing. So it's been ready for like 3 years, 2 maybe.
But don't they have a big build team?
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought they did. Like they have all these maps and stuff.
Indie. Small indie.
Oh yeah,
studio.
of course. Bro, just get one of the people making this new Skyblock Islands to like do this. Like give him like 3 days and he'll make enough maps. Like, come on, bro. And then that's another thing. There's soup in Arena.
Oh yeah, that's just chilling there.
So like like they added one of the most classic PvP modes of all time, and they added it as one of the options for a game you might play in a game that died like immediately. And there's no other way to play soup on Hypixel. It's just in this one, like maybe you'll get it in a completely dead game. I don't understand when they did that. Why didn't they just add a soup mode? Because like they don't need maps for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the NPC. Cool.
Yep. You can zoom in. Quake. Jules.
Oh, the boxing one isn't there. That's funny.
Yeah. Also, look at the LB. It's just admins only.
Yeah. That's cool though. Oh, Hypixel's number 6. Oh yeah, those that would be cool. You know, like that's like what I said with like kind of doing a similar thing to the Skywars themes or whatever they call them. What do they call them?
Yeah. One of the lobby sitters wanted it back. Same with Godlike X as a legacy title.
Prestige schemes. That's what they call them. Prestige schemes. There's so many of the Skywars schemes. It's kind of crazy. It's actually an absurd amount.
Yeah, I saw.
Like there's one for every kit in every mode, which is like crazy.
So much effort for a dead mode.
Yeah, right? Like there's that, and also like literally no one will ever get all of them. Like no one will get all of them. That's just it. There's no
It's literally a waste of time.
Yeah. Like I think maybe there should have been like 1 or 2, like it should have been, this is kind of off topic from duels, but like maybe like per like mode, so there'd be like solo insane 1, solo normal 1, teams normal 1, but like there would be maybe like 2 or 3 in like a progression for each separate mode. It's like maybe there's like a mini one where you get like 1 at some amount of XP and then another amount of XP, and then there's like the last one.
Yeah.
That would have been more reasonable because then one person could obtain it, like each of them.
It would also keep some of the modes alive.
Yeah. Because like with what I just said, like you have to play the mode, but with what they did, you have to play all of these horrible kits when like Endlord is still just like the best because they completely nerfed all the other ones. Okay, I'm done with Skywars.
Well, I'm not. I recently played
Oh, okay.
Skywars Duels, and holy shit, what happened to the kits? Everything just went to
Oh,
shit.
yeah. So what happened? My theory about what happened, which I think is true. So the kits in Skywars Duels, the ranked kits at least, they're just straight up from ranked, and they're the tier 5 ones from ranked. What happened when they were adding mini Skywars is they changed the kits and they were broken. They made them level 1 at some point, and then they switched them back to how they were when ranked was a thing. So I think what happened is somehow the duels ones are stuck in the tier 1 level of the ranked kits. Stuck in like level 1 of the kit in like how it was back in ranked had like kit tiers also.
Well, that's
So
awesome.
I think that's what's going on, but it just means all of them are completely useless. So I played a little Skywars Duels, and I've been going like Knight from Insane mode, and that seems to be pretty good. So
yeah, I'm also using Knight.
Yeah, Skywars Duels is insanely easy.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the easiest game I ever played on iPixel.
AFK sim. AFK sim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Piggles.
Kind of crazy just how.
Do you remember Piggles, the Wukong guy? He AFK to Skywars Celestial.
Really?
And got banned for boosting. Yeah.
My
he was
God.
actually AFKing in the queue and got
Crazy.
Celestial.
That's that's a little nuts.
Like the only duel where you can just AFK and get wins.
Yeah. Because there's a hungry monster at the bottom of the world trying to eat everyone. They call it the Void.
They somehow beat Sumo, the cookie clicker ripoff. Yeah, I've always found that funny. The fact you can actually just AFK wins in Skywars.
Yeah.
Like actual meme.
Yeah.
It's like an actual podcast instead of an interview. We talked about the past, the present, and the future.
Yeah.
The future being Shade getting wiped by the unstable AI.
Yeah. AI moderator bans half of duels. I can see that happening. Like if they
same.
Like if they manage to actually develop an AI that can detect, because if they actually do it, like develop an AI that can detect cheaters, and I mean obviously everything else, like I'm talking about combat cheaters here though, but like if they could do that, then everyone's just fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally half of duels will just be gone. More than half probably. And like I think if the AI like catches you and bans you, it should be a longer punishment than standard. Because like
that's
the fucking AI caught you. it's just too goofy.
Like all of the closet cheating retards will start crying in Discord. I go first.
Yeah,
I go
right?
first.
It's like, yeah, okay, bud. Like Hypixel's super careful about the false bans too.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why you don't get banned for like that's why for a long time like 3.1 was just not bannable.
Yeah. Better safe than sorry.
Like, you remember when that guy got banned because his CPU was like
oh yeah.
Like it was like a 1 in a trillion like chance of his CPU being like weird.
Oh yeah, it was the UHC guy who got stuck in water. And his CPU was like overclocked or something.
It was some like it wasn't just overclocked, it had some kind of defect that made everything on his computer like
run quicker,
fundamentally go faster.
Yeah, I've seen that. Oh my god.
So like his actual like movement was like it was like timer, but he was just playing.
Yeah.
That was really interesting, honestly. That was like probably the most interesting like ban situation that I've ever heard of. because it's like he actually got falsed for something out of his control.
That is ancient.
And like they proved it, right? Like they proved it, and he got unbanned.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
It was a UHC YouTuber, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Wow, that is so old.
When was that? I don't even remember.
That's
I don't
like
remember when it was.
2022, probably.
Really? I don't know. It just stuck in my mind because it was. I don't know. It was just cool. You know, like he had an unfair advantage by accident, and they unbanned him. Right? Like.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know. Interesting.
So regular show.
Oh.
Obviously, your PFP and Discord name.
Yeah.
Is the immortal
So,
Skips.
The immortal Yeti Skips.
Yep. What's your favorite episode
regular
of
show?
Regular Show?
Probably the last one. Mostly because like I don't usually remember like a specific episode of like most shows.
Yep, same.
Like I'd have to rewatch it a bunch of times to like, especially because there's so many and they're short. Like it's not like a Breaking Bad episode where it's like 40 minutes and like it's intense drama. Like regular shows closer to junk food, obviously, because it's like a kid's cartoon and it's like funny and goofy and like nonsense. But probably the last one, just because of how it wraps everything up and like how it like explains the fundamentals of like the regular show universe and the whole story as a whole.
Yeah, it actually gives you
without lore. It gives you like significant lore, and it gives you enough where you're like satisfied. And then they also do that like fast forward thing where you like see everyone grown up.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool. Like it was like a real ending. Like you get like I think it ends with like it's like a 25-year reunion at the park, and like everyone's there. Like Rigby and Mouseband got their kids. Like Mordecai's got his girlfriend. He's like an artist now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought that was like weirdly wholesome. You know,
it's not weirdly wholesome. It was just wholesome.
Yeah, but I mean, like not weirdly and like that it was weirdly and like strangely, I guess. Like the whole show is like goofy, and like like they're trying to play basketball, and like the basketball god comes down, and like
yep.
like the whole show, it's like Mordecai and Rigby go rake the lawn, and then like the leaf comes to life and blows up the park, right? Like that's the show. But like then when they go into like this deep lore of like the universe and like the fact that they are in a show, it was different, and I think it was good and useful. So I think the last episode is my favorite because of all those things.
What did you think about Nikolai, the Russian spy?
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. That was weird. I don't know. That was there's so many like odd characters that just appear.
I feel like that's every episode ever.
Like Party Horse, like
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
and also the immortal babies.
Oh yeah, those are fun. That ties into Skips's lore.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Actually, we can just move on now. So his lore. What do you think?
Yeah. So I think Skip's probably like the coolest character across the board. Like he doesn't do like anything weird or is like an asshole or is like I think he's stoicism like embodied as much as you can in like a kid's TV show. Which I don't know. I like him as a character. Also, the lore is just cool. Like he's fighting. I wrote this name down. Clorgbane the Destroyer. Like how he became immortal. Like he was like the babies like drafted him to fight Clorgbane the Destroyer, who's like an evil dark baby. and then like he he fights Clorgbane. He like knocks him to far away, and then they grant him immortality. And he does not, and like he does like a Captain America kind of thing with like the newfound power. Like he doesn't let it get to his head. Like he just kind of goes about his life as if he's average, but he's immortal and a Yeti.
Yeah, he's like the old wise guy in media.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I don't know. I find him to be like an honorable character.
Of course. Didn't the evil baby like kill his girlfriend at the prom? I remember he was
Did
like
he?
smashing the prom. Yeah. He wanted to fight Skips.
I
It
don't
was called
remember.
Walks at the time. And he started
Yeah.
destroying
Oh yeah.
everything.
There's that too.
And
Like
then
he
yeah.
he just started skipping after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He
I
started
just think that's
destroying the
funny.
prom and killed the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so he just vowed to always fight him every,
Yeah.
I forgot how many years. 100, 500.
Something like that. And of course, he had to be immortal to fight him.
Yeah.
Can't have Grandpa Skips fighting Clark Bane.
Hunk.
For real. Like he
Literally.
returns and then he just says unk and like kills him.
Yeah, the ending was awesome.
Yeah. I heard
was
that they're
like-
working on some kind of a sequel or revival
Oh yeah,
or
I've heard about
something.
it.
I don't know. I think the only way they could do it and not fuck everything up is a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe they could include oh god, I forgot his name. The old guy who owns the park.
Mr.
Remember his name?
Mailer? Something like that?
Yeah, Mr. Maillard, something like that. It's like Maellard, I think.
Yeah. Something.
So I think it could be him. Maybe like the show. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe the show has Skips and it has Mr. Maillard, and they're like running the park, and then like the end of this new show, they find Skips. I mean, not Skips, Pops. They find Pops.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be a good way to tie everything together if it is a prequel.
Yeah.
Because like Mr. Maillard like points out that he like found Pops at some point in his life.
Mm-hmm. Benson could also be interesting because randomly he does have like these skills. I forgot that one game that he was really good at back in the day.
Oh yeah,
he lost all of his hair.
It was like table hockey, right? Like it was.
Yeah. He lost all of his hair because of it.
Yeah.
He has a lot of lore, but it's all.
But
hidden.
I feel like if they're gonna go with like a prequel, it has to be significantly further back, which is why I think it would just be Maillard and Skips.
Sure.
Because I think they've said that whatever they're doing, it's going to have Skips, which makes sense because he's immortal, so they could go future or past.
He's literally a cheat.
Yeah, I think future would just be hard. I think you'd have to start it off with Pops coming back and like doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd have to start it off with something like that. But I don't know. I hope it's good. It might not be good. It might not happen. I don't even know. Mm-hmm. But
if it's in the future, it might be useless since the story's already like finished. It's all wrapped up.
Yeah. Which I think that's why it kind of has to be a prequel.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. It's like
yeah.
Like it has to be a prequel because like the story's over, like Walter White's dead or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good comparison actually.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. I guess.
Yeah. Have you seen the creator of regular show, JG Quintel? He like apparently the whole show was storyboarded on Post-its.
Oh yeah, I've
like
seen
they
that.
like
eons
yeah.
ago.
There's like a video of him like running through the whole storyboard of the first episode like on the Post-its. And he like he does the voices and everything because he does Mordecai, so it's like he's just talking like regular and it just sounds like Mordecai because it's just his voice pretty much.
Yeah. Power voice acting.
Yeah. And then there's the guy who does Pops and Benson. And he does a lot of voices in the show. But he's also a very good voice actor.
Have you seen 2 in the AM PM?
Yes, I was actually just about to mention that.
Of course.
I think that's really interesting because it shows like he's thought of these characters for a while.
Yeah.
And like seeing that made me wish that regular show was on Adult Swim, because I think it wouldn't be the same, but it would be, I think I'd enjoy it more as an adult if it was like, because obviously in 2 in the AM PM, like they do acid and they turn into these weird things. So like you could extrapolate from that regular show is just one big acid trip.
Yeah.
And then there's also Muscle Man. His eyes, like the whites of his eyes are always red, and he lives in like a trailer. So it makes me think that he's a stoner. He kind of just gives off that vibe, first of all. And like, I think a lot of people would just be cursing, like in those situations at the park.
Oh yeah, white trash.
Yeah, like, but I think it would just be better in a lot of ways, but maybe worse in some ways if regular show was rated R or PG-13 or something. I guess they could do like a reboot where it's R. Could do that. I'd watch it.
Of course. I mean, they do use metaphors. I forgot what the wings were. It's like alcohol or something.
It's beer, I think. Yeah. Yeah, wings are beer. Yeah, I mean they use metaphors and stuff, but
oh, do you remember Mississippi Queen? Great episode.
I don't. What was that?
Benson gets knocked out. Mordecai and Rigby drag him into a party and make him drink to like impress the girl. The roommate, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. There's so many good episodes.
I feel like all of them are almost good. I like the caveman one too.
Yeah. One of the ones that comes to mind is I don't remember when it is, but they fuck is that called? What's that thing called, dude? Oh my god. I can picture it. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. Oh my god.
Let him cook.
My brain just cooked. That's what's going on. Shit. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Anyway, a lot of regular show episodes are good. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh yeah, the sandwich episode. We have to eat it right or you die.
Yeah.
That one too.
They're all like, I'm sure you've seen the memes. It's like average regular show episode.
Yeah,
Mordecai and Rigby, clean your room. And then like the trash can monster shows up and like, you know, like eats the house and then like tries to eat Benson and then like Skips grabs like a magical sword from like 12 million years ago and he like stabs it in the forearm and that's its weak spot and it dies. Like it's
yeah.
Like it's just like like I said, it's like an acid trip. And it's just like nonsense and it's funny.
And it usually starts because they're lazy. They always try and like cheese it or cheat it.
Yeah. If they just did their jobs, regular show wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Do you remember the IQ potion?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also that green hacker guy. Not hacker guy.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Antivirus dev, whatever.
Yep. Yeah. After the movie, when they're like the whole space thing, I thought that was pretty cool. I think it like, you know, obviously like they could make anything fit into regular show because of how absurd every episode is, but I think it actually works. Like I think everyone who, like all the characters that were on the space park for, I don't remember what they called it, but I think they would actually like do that and contribute. Like, I think they would actually fall into those roles.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was pretty good, all things considered.
Of course.
I when I rewatched it like about a year ago, probably like the whole show, I made sure to watch the movie in the right chronological order. Apparently, it's between season 6 and 7, or it's after season 7, episode 1. It's something like that.
Hmm.
So I made sure to watch it in like the right order. Which, I mean, it didn't really affect anything. It's not like they get on the ship and then like, whatever. But
Yeah.
it worked.
Oh yeah, Def. He has like that huge bicep. His right bicep is really huge.
Who?
Def.
I'm not remembering these names.
I'll just send you in DMs.
Oh, Death. Sorry, I thought you were saying DEF. Sorry.
It's fine.
Death, yes. Yeah. There's a lot of like subtly recurring characters like him and like Party Horse
Baby
that I
ducks.
thought made it more interesting. Yeah. And like Rigby's brother.
Oh yeah, the tall guy.
Yeah. I think like having those like characters that are in the world but not like part of the like having them recur that much is significant to the world building and how it feels like cohesive.
Yeah.
I think it would feel like significantly less cohesive and more like SpongeBob if like if they didn't have those kind of recurring characters.
Yeah, which would be a one-off thing.
Because like SpongeBob, there's no like. I mean, in the beginning of regular show, there wasn't like a foreseeable end, but SpongeBob, I don't think there is either.
Hmm.
Like he just works at the place and he does goofy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
SpongeBob's a whole nother thing. I don't want to get into SpongeBob.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Sure.
Now, if anyone asks any of these questions, I can point them to the podcast.
Absolutely. Great episode as always.